diner there by himself that night. And everybody else, he said, we all went to sleep, on the bus, and he was sitting in there in that diner and got talking to this gentleman. Well, Wayne said, about an hour later, said, we just got good and sound asleep. He said, he come in there on that bus, he said, everybody up, all the Bluegrass boys up right now. He said, come on into the restaurant. He said, well, Wayne thought, what in the world's going on? He said, grab your music and come on in here. So Wayne said, oh my goodness. So he grabbed his guitar and went on in, and he's walking up there, and they got in that restaurant, there's a lot of people in there, that night still, and Wayne said, Mr. Monroe, what are we doing in here? He said, these people don't think Bill Monroe's in the parking lot. I'm going to show them who we are. They didn't believe he was Bill Monroe. He was going to show them.
Well, let me tell you a funny story. I don't know whether y'all have ever heard. There was a story. Bill always loved horses, and he was pulling this horse in a trailer behind his car. And it was an old ragged trailer, and the board and the floorboard broke through. And the horse just kept running down on the road. And I don't know how long he went, but anyway, I asked Bill, I was where he was playing one time, I said, Mr. Monroe, I said, is that true about the horse in the trailer? He said, oh, he was a fast horse.
I've heard that story too. That's going around. Yeah.
And one time he came by, and my oldest brother went with him, and he had some fox sounds in that old Cadillac in the trunk. So they took all their clothes and put the suitcases down there and covered some quilts on them. Well, while they was on the road, my brother had never drove a car with power brakes, and he threw Bill out of the back seat to blow the horse. But anyway, he up in E-Town somewhere. But these dogs just crashed around in that trunk of that car and somehow got some of them clothes. And Darrell said when they turned them lights on that stage, you could see all that hair on their suits. They glowed,
Benny Williams said one time, it was at night, late at night, and there's in that old bus, didn't have a bathroom or anything in it, and Benny played fiddle with Bill, and he was driving the bus, and Bill come up there, had been laying back there half asleep, he come up there and he said, Benny, he said, pull over to the side of the road, he's out in the country, he said, I've got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So he pulled over the side of the road, it was dark, and it was real close to a bank, steep bank there. And Bill stepped out, fell all the way down that bank. And Benny said he couldn't climb up there, and he said, hell, I said, you didn't have to pull so close to the edge.
Now I got to fight one night at school, did you hear that? Him and Charlie and Bert. Him and Charlie and Bert were back when they started. They to school, they charged a quarter apiece. And they'd fight. They would fight. Monroe would fight, so did his brothers. Also, quarter to get in. Well, so people got to come in through the windows. And Bill told them, close the windows. Well, to close the windows, the guys raised. So they just laid their instruments down and went out in the crowd, and all of them got arrested. They started a big fight. Said, you're going to pay to hear us? And Bill said they'd lock them up there and made them pay a fine for fighting. Yeah, I said, y'all ain't coming in here for nothing.
One of the funniest things I heard, it was a true story, that, and I know most of y'all have probably heard this, but I was still in high school, and this was about 1983, and it's on the world news when I come in that Bill Monroe got into it with one of his girlfriends or wives, and he slapped her with the Bible. That was true. It was true.
She broke his mandolin.
She took a fire poker and she stomped that mandolin into toothpicks. Oh yeah. That Lord mandolin, they got mad, and she took a fire poker and she splintered that mandolin, but he got it put back together.
Gibson put it back together for him. And then he scratched the name out of it or something like that, didn't he?
Charlie Darrington put it together.
Yeah.
Charlie Darrington put a piece of toothpick in it. He's the one that made that, you know that, I got one of those, mandolins that just made 100 of them.
Right.
When Charlie had that mandolin tore down, when it was busted, when he put it back together, he took a shot of all that wood, and it wasn't tap cubed like he said it was. He done it both in Montana. Charlie Darrington was the only man Bill Monroe let him take his mandolin and fix
Right,
it.
right.
You remember, Charlie got killed.
Got killed on a
He's the best
motorcycle.
gifted mandolin. They make them mandolins in Bozeman, Montana on 16% humidity. But, that woman busted it up, and he put little pieces of toothpick. Ain't it amazing how that thing sounds, but I'm gonna tell you something. I know for a fact, he could take that boy's mandolin right there, and it sound just as good as his did.
He would make it sound.
Because it was the way he played that. He could take your mandolin and you'd think it was his or $10,000 or so. He'd take that mandolin right there and play bluegrass breakdown on it, and you shut your eyes, you think it's the way he done it.
Yeah.
He could do that.
That's right.
More.
Video on this.